Hey guys, good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Great to be with you. Do check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. It's so great to have you with me here today or this evening. Maybe you want to go grab something delicious from the kitchen, maybe something just to take your dry palate and get it wet again. So feel free to do that and then head on back here to the show. Welcome, everyone. Well, you know our master topic for the week is mastering the art of resourcefulness, unlocking creative solutions. Let's dive into what today's granular topic is based off the master topic, right? Because you guys know how we do this. We've been doing this for quite a while. And our granular topic based on the master topic is turning setbacks into setups, proactive strategies for success. This is series 4, which means we've already celebrated being 3 years already and now into the 4th year. This is show 4, and this is episode number 6. All right. So again, I want to say welcome to everyone. There was an issue with Instagram the other day. I do apologize for that. It was beyond our control, but it looks like they have fixed that. So great. And it looks like we are streaming on the TikTok again for the moment. It looks like TikTok is back. So welcome to our TikTok fans. And so what I want to say to you guys tonight is welcome from the bottom of my heart to another empowering episode of Inspirations for Your Life podcast. Life's obstacles can sometimes feel like immovable barriers, but what if the key lies in how we respond? Today and tonight, we're diving into 2 crucial strategies: staying proactive and finding alternatives, and avoiding the trap of dwelling on setbacks. With actionable insights and fresh perspectives, I'll explore how to navigate the challenges with confidence and maintain unstoppable momentum. I am your host, John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. I'm also a podcast coach. And together here, I hope to uncover and help you unlock your potential and elevate your life. Or, like Emerald used to say, kick it up a notch, right? So let's just get this show started. So stay proactive and find alternatives. It is something you can do, but many people shut down the kitchen or they shut down the patent shop, what I like to say, before they've had a chance to even explore. I know that sounds crazy, but it is the truth, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely the truth. I do want to welcome on. Actually, we have a new station that's been taking our content on a regular basis, who now has assigned us a slot. I know there are many stations out there that do grab our content, and we're grateful for that. But I do want to give a shout out to, I believe it's the Bronx TV network for putting us on now. I believe it's Sunday nights at 5 p.m. Eastern. So really thank you to the team, Justin, and all the great people over there for reaching out to us and allowing us to get our message out to even more people. So I just say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really love to do this. As you know, this is a passion of mine. All right. So the first one, ladies and gentlemen, is anticipate challenges and prepare backup strategies. Being proactive begins with anticipation. Instead of waiting for problems to arise, think ahead and identify potential hurdles. This mindset allows you to develop backup strategies that can be deployed immediately when things don't go as planned. By staying a step ahead, you minimize disruptions and ensure smoother transitions during unexpected situations. Now, I know you're probably saying to me, John, this sounds like something that I can't do, but really, it is. Just take it in bite-sized chunks. That's the whole key, ladies and gentlemen. If you do things in bite-sized chunks, you will find that anything can be accomplished, whether it's graduate studies, whether it's a new relationship, whether it's mending one, whether it's approaching a difficult person at the office. Anything can be done if you believe. Number 2, keep brainstorming new solutions. When obstacles arise, when faced with challenges, don't settle for the first solution that comes to mind. Keep exploring. Brainstorming not only generates creative ideas, but also broadens your perspective on what's possible. Even unconventional or out-of-the-box solutions can lead to breakthroughs, and that turns setbacks into stepping stones for success. But the thing is, it doesn't just happen, like I said, like that. This is something that you need to work at, right? Like I've often said, whether you're an undergrad or a graduate student, you can't just study one day or the day before the test and just, cram for 4 or 5 hours. First of all, that's not a good idea. Second of all, if you are able to cram that information, I guarantee you that the moment you walk out of that exam or that test room, everything that you have crammed is now out the window. If you choose to make these concepts part of your daily life, well, it's going to be a lot easier to incorporate them. And then when it comes exam time, it's like, oh, I've seen this many times, right? You're going to feel comfortable. So that is a key. So I encourage you to keep brainstorming. I said the words out of the box because a lot of times people say, I want to think outside the box. Well, I like to go a step further and say, let's just throw the whole box away. Let's throw that whole box away. Let's break the box, like explode the box, and let's just work without the box. And so the reason I say that is I don't want to ever go back to the box. So I destroy the box. All right. Number 3, stay resourceful and explore unconventional approaches. Resourcefulness is your secret weapon in navigating obstacles. Consider leveraging tools, skills, or networks you haven't tapped into yet. Maybe it could be something like seeking advice from a mentor or trying a completely new tactic. Staying open to alternatives ensures you remain adaptable and resilient in the face of adversity. So avoid dwelling on setbacks. Again, I'm telling you here this for a reason. Avoid it. If you choose to avoid the setbacks are going to kind of, I don't know, just sort of fade into the wind or fade into the background. And I think this is important to really understand that we have to get it to, fade in the background. And then it's kind of like I talk about, the bumps in the road. Bumps in the road happen. And if you've gone over a few bumps in the road, maybe this year or last year, a couple of years ago, I bet you don't even remember those bumps or where they were, right? Because they're just all in the past. All right. So I think that's an important thing. And so I broke this show down into two things, as I said to you. One, as I mentioned before, was that there were 2 parts. So the crucial strategy, staying proactive and finding alternative solutions and avoiding the trap of dwelling on setbacks. So shift your focus quickly from the problem to potential solutions. Dwelling on setbacks can sap your energy like that. Okay. And, your energy and, of course, hinder your progress. So instead, channel that beautiful energy that you have, that powerful energy, into identifying potential solutions. A quick shift in focus helps maintain momentum and keeps you actively engaged in overcoming challenges rather than fixating on what went wrong. I mean, some people, I don't know why, but they feel it's like, I think they just want to fixate because they just want to be miserable. I just come to that conclusion. Like, there's no reason to fixate on something that went wrong. Like, just let it go already. Okay. Let it go. And when you've let it go, life changes so immensely. That's something that I want to say to you every single day. All right. Very, very important. Let's move on to our next point. The next point is one you've heard me say before: reframe your failures as opportunities to learn and grow. Every failure that you seem to have carries a lesson. So it's not really a failure, right? It taught you something. If you're willing to look for it, reframe those setbacks as opportunities to grow, fostering a mindset of continuous improvement. This perspective turns challenges into valuable experiences that can contribute to your long-term development and your ability for success. I think that's a very, very key thing. And you can do this, ladies and gentlemen. You can do it. It's like a habit that you develop. And this habit allows you to just be on autopilot, to just take anything that didn't work out, grab the lesson, and throw the rest away. So imagine anytime something didn't go right, you didn't dwell anymore. You just grab the lesson. Okay, what did I learn from this so I don't do it next time? And throw the rest away. Okay, it happened. Okay, great. I'll move on. But I learned that I shouldn't touch a hot stove. Or I learned that maybe when I'm talking to somebody, I need to be more patient. I need to not be so persistent. If I ask them to do something and then they don't get back to me for a few days, give them more than 2 days. Give them a week, because sometimes that can cause a problem. And maybe you learned that in a relationship. Okay. Number 3, Keep a forward thinking mindset to maintain momentum. Momentum is critical when navigating obstacles. By adopting a forward thinking mindset, you keep your eyes on the bigger picture and the possibilities ahead. So, this optimism fuels your drive to move past setbacks and stay focused on achieving your goals or your promises, right? But how? This is what people ask me all the time, John. How do I keep a forward mindset? Well, um, there's a lot of ways. I'm going to try to shorten into a few like points. You got to stay focused on what your plan is. Stay focused on what you're trying to achieve. Learn from industries, leaders, and peer-to-peer networks. Control the news feed that actually clutters your mind. Find the energy in others, right? Hang out with people that find you, that charge you and you charge them. But make sure it's a two-way street. I was at an event last night at my college, and many of you know that I actually went back to college part time to pursue my master's and then my PhD in artificial intelligence. And one of the things, when you go to college is I said, I've really got to embrace the whole college experience, which I never did when I was in college. So that's going to a class, but that's going to some of the social activities because, in college, you actually work very hard. So it's important to take the pedal off the gas, if you will, and just allow it to go. And I remember this one kid last night at this karaoke and pizza party that I went to. He said to me, John, he says, I love your energy. So when I hear that, it makes me feel so good. All right. And so you can find energy in others if you're having trouble cultivating it on your own. Don't hang around people that are going to rob you of that energy. Do not do that. That is a very, very important thing. Do not hang around people that are going to rob your energy, or like I say, would suck it out of you. Be self aware and practice self care. Well, this is a tricky one. Be in tune to yourself and adopt a curiosity mindset. Self awareness includes managing your self talk and knowing when you may need to be talked off the ledge. Take a beat and keep it simple. Okay. We all get up on that ledge sometimes. Okay. For whatever reason, we say, oh, it's not going to be me. I'm never going to be up on the ledge. And I'm not here to pick on people, but what I'm here to tell you is that you have support out there. You have great people out there that care about you. And I got to love what I see at the college that I attend, Montclair State University. They have these signs all around campus, which is amazing. And it says, your life matters. And I think that is just so amazing. I know it matters, but to see that and to hear that and to feel that, that's just another great way to recharge my energy. I mean, that makes me feel so good. Like, your life matters. You have a purpose on this earth. And some people go so far as to say, you know what? I don't know why I'm here. So maybe you haven't figured out your purpose, but sometimes your purpose is to help others. Sometimes your purpose is to discern what to do in this world. But at the very heart of all purposes, it's to experience life and then to share those things with other people around you. I think that's a very cool insight. But a lot of people, they get scared and they clam up. Okay. I think it's important to do because it's something that you have to realize. And if you realize that, then maybe you'll be able to figure out what it is that you really want out of life. I think sometimes, and I go through this myself, especially going back to school. Going back to school, I mean, the first time, when I was a undergrad, going to school as an undergraduate is challenging. Okay. Um, and so, why is it challenging? Well, you have higher academic expectations, right? College courses are requiring a deeper understanding, more critical thinking, and heavier reading loads compared to high school. Time management is important. You have to manage your time better. You have an increased workload. You have to transition to a new environment, different dynamics of that, financial concerns if you're paying for your tuition, personal development. But now let's break that down and say, what are the challenges of going to grad school versus being an undergraduate? What are the differences? Um, so, you know, it's different. Compared to being an undergraduate, the major challenge of going to graduate school includes a heavier workload with more in depth research, writing, greater emphasis on independent learning and critical thinking, managing time effectively with research capabilities alongside coursework, potential financial drain if you're paying for your course, and navigating the pressure of producing high quality work for a smaller number of classes, often culminating in a thesis or a dissertation. So the one thing that I have learned, and it's not something that I was planning on, but when I got back into college as a grad student just recently, I had figured that I was just going to do my studies, come home, go back and forth, and I said, you know what? I'm paying for this tuition, right? I might as well embrace the whole experience, and also I should embrace the experience because the experience can actually help make college a little lighter for me, make it fun, even more fun. I love learning, but there could be some stress points. So it could be going to like these different events. And I think it's so much fun. And I see it like a reward. Like you study and it's like, oh gee, they got this event. Now our school has something called Engage. And any student with an idea is welcome to come. And I just think that's kind of amazing that I have the privilege to go back and be a student again. Now, a lot of people say to me, "Oh, you're nuts to go back to school." I enjoy going back to school. I enjoy studying. Um, the challenging part is knowing what's expected because I don't know yet. The first challenge I had was that the professor didn't show up the first time because it was Martin Luther King Day, and then we had class on Friday, but she didn't come to class. So we're having class actually on Monday for the first time, the 27th. And we only meet 15 times. Okay. We have 105 sections in this one class. 105 sections divided by 15 right now. That's a lot. Right. So 105, divided by, basically 15 classes. That's a lot. That's a lot. So that's basically 7 sections a class. And I think just being on campus and talking to other people, regardless of whether they're graduates or undergraduate, I just like that dynamic. And just, we're all here to learn and we're all here to support each other. And I think that's the great thing that I learned when I went back to class is that the underclassmen and the graduates are very supportive of each other. When I went to school, it wasn't like that. But they encourage the graduates and the undergraduates to go to the social events. And I think that's really cool. This weekend they have an event. I'll let you know about it. It's so I went to a pizza and karaoke night. I think on Friday there's an open mic night. I plan on doing some comedy from of our tech bite blunders from Jmore. And Saturday there's a like make your own decorating cupcake contest. And then on Sunday there's a hot chocolate and cookies night. And I think what I really enjoy about this is the environment, is the experience, is the fact that college is not just about going to school to get a degree. College is about enjoying the experience. When I went to college and graduated, and it was an undergraduate, I had a good time. And yes, I did different things. And I did go to some social events, but I don't think I was as actively engaged. Now, I had a lot of classes, like 16, 18 credits. So there wasn't a lot of time to do things. But here, it's like I want to study. And I even like going to the library there to study, where they have computers and stuff like that. Now, the other night I went there, and this group of ladies, they just would not be quiet. So I got up very politely and I just went to the other side of the library and logged in. I think some people, when they're younger and they're in college, they think college is a party. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't have fun at college, right? There's got to be a dynamic balance between you doing work and you having fun. But I also think if you work too hard and you don't enjoy some of the fun, college, you're getting gypped a little bit. So, if you're in college, whether you are a grad student, whether you're an undergrad student, I know that there are a lot of pressures on you. Believe me, I know that. I know that the first time, going to college and maybe being away from home for the first time. How about the fact that you now have to manage your own life? Maybe some people, when they were in high school, they didn't manage their own life. You should, but maybe you didn't because your parents were still there and they were still doing things for you. Well, now that you're away to college, you have to now toe the line. And if you don't do well in that subject, you know whose fault it is? No one else but you. If you don't understand something, it's your job to go get help early, not late. And I think this is something that a lot of people don't understand. The thing I like about graduate school, or the concept of graduate school, is it's something that not everybody does. But yet, when you become a graduate student, it's like the undergraduates accept you. Let me say that again. So when you are a graduate student, okay, whether you're a commuter or you live on campus, um, many of the undergrads will accept you well, and it's interesting. The thing I like about this is that you feel like you're part of a family. Okay, um, it's fun. So when you're a graduate student, many of the underclassmen uh, will be friends with you. I'm not gonna say they're gonna be your best friends, but it's a really cool thing. So if you're a grad student and you're in school, there's some easy ways to make friends. Okay, it's not easy. I know this. First thing you can do to make friends is invite a classmate to a workout class. If you enjoy exercise, this could be a great way to make a friend. Maybe you host a potluck. Potlucks are great. Host a game night, go to a concert, try a new restaurant together, celebrate birthdays, movie night, go to football games, join an online community. So, I think the whole concept of, embracing this is something that's not just for undergrads. And what I learned from going to this event the other night, because I didn't know how well received I was going to be as a grad student, because I'm a little bit older but I fit right in there, and I had fun, and people supported me, and I was doing it whether I was supported or not, but it felt good. I felt like I was part of the family, and that was a nice feeling. So I've got to tell you that, there are challenges being a grad student. Yes, there are. You got to prepare. You got to realize that it's not going to be easy. Okay. I didn't take my grad courses because I figured I could just fly through them in 10 minutes. No, if that was the case, everyone would be doing it. But when I do talk to some people, I'm like, oh, I'm a little busy. I'm just going for my grad course. Like, oh my gosh, that's way cool. And I wasn't expecting that from a lot of people. Some people don't say anything because they're just not supportive. But what I want to tell you is that there are going to be setbacks, whether you're in grad, whether you're an undergrad, and you got to get over these setbacks. But you got to get over them early, because if you don't get over them early, you're just going to keep like kicking yourself, right? And nobody wants to do that. So enjoy the social life of college. And one of the things I'm contemplating right now is actually moving back on campus, because I feel that there's a dynamic of the school that I'm missing by not living on campus. I think that by living on campus, I might get even more serious than I am now, which is why I go to the library to study. If there's a party for something, like, for example, I'll go there late in the afternoon. Like, I think my parking starts at 4 o'clock when my parking permit is valid. and the party might be 7, 8 o'clock at night. So I'll study for a couple hours. And so that's a great way to get that in. I also now have put my Sunday on the calendar to be a study day. And so I think just building the expectation yourself that you're going to study. If you don't have that kind of desire to study, you're not going to do well. I don't care how smart you are. A lot of the concepts in college are not hard. It's just that they compound and then you have to know them like exponentially, right? So, where I want to wrap up here today or tonight is that obstacles and cards are going to be dealt to you. Okay. You've got to figure a way to creatively get around those barriers. If you can do that, your life is going to be priceless. Don't worry about the fact that, oh my gosh, it's cold outside. And it was cold the other night. I'm like, okay, it's cold. So what do I have to do? I got to get myself electric socks. But there's always something that could be keeping me from doing something. So I say, you know what? I'm not going to let anything get in my way. I'm going to just do it at all costs. Just do it, right? Don't make any excuses. And people that make excuses, well, I don't have time to be around those people. All right, guys. I hope you had a great evening or day with me here. Do check out believemeachieve.com. We have one more episode for the master topic tomorrow. Then we'll have a brand new topic on Saturday. Have yourself a fantastic evening, everyone, and be well.